great performance here from John Cena, who doesn't say anything but is wordlessly sort of like breaking inside. I mean, he's great. It's crazy if you think about him and the other actor or wrestlers turned actor. Like Rock is arguably the most successful, but
Yeah,
while I enjoy The Rock, he's never done any acting like John Cena's doing.
yeah.
You know
The
what I
Rock
mean?
is very much The Rock in every
Yeah,
role he's played.
every single one. Yeah. Um, and while we've seen Batista act, I don't think I'm not sure that he's been challenged the way that John Cena is being challenged in some of the smaller
Yeah,
moments in this film. And Hulk Hogan never this good,
yeah.
not even close.
Hulk Hogan was barely Hulk Hogan when he was Hulk Hogan. What's going on, everyone? I am Phil, along here with Joe.
Hey Phil, how's it going?
Pretty good. So we are talking about Peacemaker season 2, episode 2. Uh, I also don't remember the title of this one. Do you?
It's episode 2. A man is only as good as his bird.
That
And
makes
birds
sense for
come up
this
a lot in
episode.
this episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
We still never figured out what the first episode really meant, the title really meant about the episode, but this one, very
Yeah.
clear. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Because
get to it.
tons of bird references, tons. Um, should we mention you're coming to us live from Dragon Con? How's that been?
It's been pretty good. DragonCon, if you haven't been, is kind of crazy. Like it is. People have described like San Diego Comic Con as like nerd con. Um, so, but they describe DragonCon as nerd Mardi Gras. So
What
it
are the
is. It's crazy.
what's what trades in for the beads? Like if at Mardi Gras you throw beads, what is it at Dragon Con? Is it like you put a Thanos glove on somebody and they're like, all right.
Well, there are so many different subcultures here. Like
Okay.
I don't know all of them because there's like yesterday was the parade, so they do a parade down like this like a main street of Atlanta. There's something called swag and swap. I think that's what it's called. So like people just give you like little random things um as like gifts. Like I got like a Chucky sticker yesterday, like a tiny Chucky sticker.
Great.
I got a tiny little rubber duck.
Great.
Um and there's a ribbon subculture, so like the ribbons on the badges. Um there are people who have had like compete to see who has the longest ribbon. Like one year I saw one that was like it was like 3 stories of a hotel floor, like hotel. Like they just like unrolled it.
Unfurled it off their
Yeah.
balcony, and wow. I had no idea there was a ribbon subculture, and that it has now become like the new. Like buttons were big for a while. I mean,
I,
pods were
I'm
back, but
I'm sure the ribbon thing has been going on for decades at this point. There's a whole subculture around the old carpet in one of the hotels. Um, it is there's a lot here, and like it's dense with um history, let's say.
that's great. In all every word you say, there's an undertone of sexual tension. Like there's
Oh,
history, there's carpet, there's ribbons, and in my head, maybe it's me, but in my mind, all I see is young cosplayers getting crazy.
there's also that.
Yeah.
That's a different subculture.
Well, we're not here to talk about that today. Although maybe we should later. But right, right now we're going to talk about Peacemaker season 2, chapter 2. I noticed they call them chapters instead of episodes.
Oh,
Uh, yeah,
okay.
we're in the book of Peacemaker. So it starts with 8 months ago. We see something I think we all suspected, which was Rick Flag becoming the head of Argus. And Economist is showing him around and sort of, this is where, it's like it's Rick Flag's first day as the leader of Argus, and Economist is showing him around, like I said. Uh, but what we really get to see is that Rick Flag is a very focused person. He's as the head of Argus, He's taking advantage of it right away and finding
Yeah.
out who killed his son, you know, and how and where and everything. He's getting all the details so he can exact his revenge. What's strange
Well,
about this to me? Go ahead. Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, I think maybe not. It's probably not revenge at first. Like, he just wants to know what happened. I think at first, but then
Right.
once he finds out like what actually happens, then I think he like quickly switches over to revenge.
Right. It's true. Like he didn't have access to the file, so he like there were questions, and as soon as he got the answers, he was like, "Let's do this. Let's kill some people, or let's kill Peacemaker." You know, what's interesting about this scene for me was that this was the only time we see Rick Flag in the episode. So why do we get it right up front? Why are they trying to remind us at this moment? Or are they just trying to keep Rick Flag part of the conversation because it'll come up? Oh, obviously, it's going to come up in future episodes. Or like we get one other hint to even that this is still going on when Tim Meadows' character shows up in about 15 minutes. Um, but I was surprised there was no Rick Flag beyond this.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I don't know if you need more Rick Flag in this. Like, you just need to know, like, Rick Flag is there to set up like why the rest of the episode happens, basically.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Well, yeah, why the Strike Team is there, why they're watching
Yeah,
Peacemaker in the first place. Yeah, just a reminder. All right, then we hit to our intro, the Foxy Shazam song, "Oh Lord," and the dance sequence. Let's do a temperature check. How are we feeling about this now, having seen it 3 or 4 times?
I mean, like, I think it's definitely growing on me. Like, like I can't remember the song specifically right now, but like there was a part of it where it's like, oh, I could see that like catching on now.
Yeah, there's a very earwormy part of it where it goes da 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 da
Yeah,
da, and then yeah 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 yeah.
yeah.
And I did find myself humming that like a day later. I was like, okay, I see you sneaking your way in. But it's true, like as it's starting, there's something's in me that still is waiting for the other songs to kick in. But it's fine. We're moving with it. We're growing with it. We're learning to love it. I mean, it's a great song. It's fine. Um, okay. So then we join the episode right where we left off. In episode 1, Peacemaker is standing over the body of Peacemaker. And his instinct is right away is to hide it.
The body.
Just shove it in the drawer.
Yeah. I mean,
Just
he's got interdimensional neighbors that like, use that space all the time. You can't just
all
leave
the
a
time.
body like hanging out there.
And he's he's dragging around, leaving blood. But yeah, I was surprised because I was like, I don't know what I would do. Would I try to hide it in my home? Probably not. You don't want to bring
Yeah,
evidence into your
yeah.
world, especially. I mean, we'll find out another reason is that the orgy's still there. But yeah, so he's a little panicked, and uh, but I mean, rightfully so. Then he reaches for his phone and he calls somebody to come help. We don't know yet, but we'll find out.
Well, he says, "Do you still have your bone
Do
saw?"
you still have your bone saw?
And like, I mean, I feel like most of us know who he's calling.
Sure, yeah. You need a best friend like that that's
Yeah,
ready to hack people up. We'll get to it though. It happens a little bit later. We then see Edebeo coming, or we see her checking in on her ex-wife. She's not checking in on her, but she goes to the apartment to retrieve some things, and her wife comes in, and they have a temperature check of their relationship, and we get more information that we kind of already knew already. Like she, her, uh, her wife thinks that she is living too dangerously. She thinks she's chosen her dreams over them.
yeah,
Um, it's a complicated situation. For me, it reminded me that like she's Adebayo is still the heart and soul of this team, and we're not really following her anymore though. Like she has great conversations with Chris and with Economos in this episode, where she sort of grounds them, and you remember like, oh yeah, she's the best. But in season 1, we were sort of following her, but now I feel like she's on the fringe, and it bothers me, and I don't know why. I don't know why she's out of the fringe.
Yeah, I mean, like definitely in the first season, she was very much our point of view character. Like she's new to the whole world. She's learning about it. So like we're learning about it through her. And this season she's not that character anymore. She's already in this world. So I don't know. It's an interesting way to go about it. And like I don't know. I mean that's a season two, so hopefully anybody who's watching season two has seen season one. So we don't necessarily need to be
I hope
introduced
so.
to the
Yeah.
world again.
Right. That's true. Yeah. We don't need a point of view character anymore. But yeah, no, that's totally a good point. I just wish, like, I can't figure out what her arc might be. And I hope it's not just as a sounding board for all the other characters, even though I mean, she's great with everybody. She's terrific. We then cut to Hardcore's in the pharmacy, who yells at that lady who tries to help her. Tough situation because that lady's really trying to be nice. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, abuse is a serious subject, and I think Hardcore gets it, and is
she
not trying to
does.
be mean, but she totally breaks.
Yeah,
um,
she's like like hardcore has put herself into a situation that is not good, but like it's not the same situation
right,
that the woman is talking about.
right, yeah. She's in an abusive relationship, but it's with herself. Like she's the,
Yeah,
yeah. It's yeah, it's a different kind of help that she needs. So, but the woman was, right to offer her help. And then we get confirmation that Muppets exist in the DC universe. She calls that guy Beaker,
yeah.
and then he has a great exchange with the woman, and he's like, how does he not know who Beaker is? How does a 25-year-old person?
Okay. I know somebody who has never like watched Sesame Street, so like I made a reference to Count, Count Count from Sesame Street,
Okay,
and she didn't know who that
yes,
was.
yeah,
Like no clue. I was like one
upsetting.
and she thought I was just making a weird noise.
We we're in a world now of a generation of people that grew up on Caillou instead of Sesame Street,
Yeah,
and that's why the world's falling apart. I don't want. I mean,
yeah.
no, I'm just kidding. Of course, it's the boomers' fault, but it could very well be the Caillou generation that's not saving it. Who else can we blame besides us?
Everyone else. That's how it goes, right? We blame
Yeah,
everyone else except for ourselves.
everyone. Yeah.
Before we move on, though, I wanted to point out that Hardcore likes clearance food as much as I do. Like
She
I
does.
love
I didn't
go.
notice. What does she
So
buy?
like before she checks out, I think she grabs like a bag of like tortilla chips from the clearance section. She might have also grabbed like a jar of salsa. Because we later find out it's for the party, but like in that moment I felt seen because I love going to a clearance section of like a supermarket and seeing what's there, seeing what's
Sometimes I
there.
go there first because you don't want to bring up like a pre-made sandwich from the supermarket, and then like you get up there they have the same sandwich that's just a day older, but
Yeah,
$10, $5 cheaper. Yeah,
yeah,
go there.
exactly.
Life hack. Go to the clearance section first. All right, we're then outside Peacemaker's house. We rejoin Economos, who's watching the house. He's just like he was in episode one, but someone's trying to open the door, and he panics and grabs his gun. It turns out to be Tim Meadows, who's playing Langston Fury. Um, I love Tim Meadows. So happy to see him here. I was giggling the whole time, like everything he said. I was like, I know this isn't funny, but just the way he's saying it is making me giggle. I'm so happy he's part of the show. Just to see him there was great, and his interaction with the Economos is wonderful. He's very invasive, and like
Yeah,
he's taking his nuggets and eating his nuggets, and or he's rubbing his back, or he gives him he tries real hard to make the nickname Ginger Cool work. Like he's like, can I call you Ginger Cool? And like this poor guy that's been dye beard for a whole year.
yeah,
He finally worked out his right ratio of dyeing his beard, and someone comes up with an even crazier nickname. It's weird because I was finally getting comfortable knowing, like, seeing Steve Agee and saying, "Oh, his character's name is Economos. I know what it is. I know how to pronounce it." Um, and now, like, I think that he's gonna be fighting Gingerbeard all season. But we'll see. Not Gingerbeard, Ginger Cool.
these are cool. I mean, it might be
We
ginger
also get,
beard next season.
yeah, that's true. We also get introduced into the idea of bird blindness, which is not something I've heard of before. Do you think it's real?
I mean, I think Tim Meadows' character thinks it's real.
There, that's all you need. Yeah. He believes it. It is true. And it it ends up being super funny later in the episode. I wonder if it's going to be significant later on. Like, is there going to be another payoff?
So I do think that there, because we've already gotten reference to Owl facts from Vigilante and Economist from last episode, and now we're getting bird blindness from, I'm gonna call him Ladies Man because he likes to give people, he likes to give people nicknames. We're giving him nicknames.
We'll give him one.
I'm gonna I'm calling Ladies Man. Um, so I think there's going to be a payoff later on in the season
God, I hope
with
so.
the owl facts and the bird blindness.
Right. I love it, and I believe that as well. I think Alfax were definitely going to return. So much so that I'm introducing a new segment to the show. Are you ready? I'm going to give you a graphic to put up here. Welcome to the Alfax of the week. I looked one up right before we started, and did you know that a group of owls is called a parliament?
Oh, did not know that.
Interesting. Fun owl
Owl fact.
fact. Owl fact. All right, back to the regular show. But every week I'm going to come back to you with a new owl fact, and hopefully they'll get better. But I actually thought part of it was kind of fun. It's fancy. But I agree. Bird blindness, owl facts, worlds colliding. I think it has to happen, but we'll see. We then re-enter Peacemaker's house, and it's Chris and Adebayo. And oh wait, does she go in with him here? I think she does. But anyway, the orgy aftermath is still there, and I honestly wasn't prepared for it. Like, it was out of my mind. Like, I was not ready, and I don't know what I think. Like, when it's over, everyone just leaves. That makes a
Yeah.
lot less sense than people just crashing. That makes more sense. It makes more sense that they're there, but in my mind, I was like, I can't believe it. um, but at least I was less gyrating, so it was
Yes.
okay.
I mean, everybody's tired after the night, so
Yeah, everyone's exhausted. It was a long night. He shows Adebayo the chamber, and her advice to him is to turn it over, to play dumb, play like you don't know, play like, oh, it's my dad's.
yeah,
Like he needs to earn some cheddar points with the authorities, basically, to so that they don't eventually just come for him. Um, I mean, what do you think about that? What would you do if you were in a situation with that chamber?
I mean, honestly, I don't know. Um, like, I guess if I don't know, because it's not like you can move it. You can't like
Yeah,
it's not like a body that you can just move and hide
or cut
in.
up into pieces, and
Yeah,
it's true. It's you're locked into that location. Yeah.
yeah. I don't
And I
know.
mean, the bigger thing, the real reason he doesn't want to get rid of it is because he has not fully explored. Like he's talking to her, and he hasn't told her yet about the other Peacemaker Two's world and
Yeah,
how he yearns to explore it some more. But I think he's building up to it. I think he wants permission, of course, because you know he knows it's wrong, but he wants to do it anyway. So Adrian then shows up as Adebayo leaves, um, and Ladies Man says he caught all the Pokemon, um, which is great. Totally works. And then he and Economos have a conversation about the
plural.
plural of Pokemon. um, Adrian Vigilante is upset he wasn't invited to the orgy. He sees the aftermath as well. He's bummed out. He's like, he would have done great there. Then there's a montage. Really peppy song choice, really upbeat. As they're tearing Peacemaker 2 apart, not tearing, but cutting him apart. And why didn't they take his clothes off? They take his
I
helmet
mean,
off, right?
I think yeah. Well, do they take his helmet off? Does he slip out of the helmet?
He might, yeah, it might just as his head's falling out of the bag, the helmet might have fallen off. That's true. But
Well,
I was
I
surprised. I
think
was like, it's just an extra thing to cut through. You'd be like, if he's gonna pretend to be this Peacemaker, he's got to have the right outfit. I don't know. I guess it was also covered in blood.
also like if you're gonna cut up a doppelganger of yourself,
Yeah,
is it worse if you cut up a naked doppelganger of yourself?
it's true. You're like, that's what it looks like the whole time. You're like,
Yeah.
if you cut up
I
a
don't want to view this from
doppelganger,
an outsider's perspective. Oh, that's
that's true.
gross.
I mean, that's a good point. For me, that would be the point. No matter who I was cutting, I would be like, I don't want to look at this. I would like, I can't even, kill a bug without covering it with a towel first. Or, if there's a mouse in a mousetrap, I can't just pick it up. I got to cover it with a paper towel and then pick it up. Can't see what's happening. So if I'm cutting up anybody, I'm covering them. I'm not looking them in the eye.
Yeah.
As opposed to Adrian, who, I mean, he's dancing as he's mopping up that blood. He's doing a little soft
He
shoes.
he's he's hanging out with his best friend. He's having
Oh
the
my
time
god,
of his life.
you're right. You're right. This is better than if he was invited to the orgy. He's like,
Yeah.
actually, it is. Like it says, like he no, like Peacemaker trusts no one as much as he trusts Vigilante. So that's great. Um, they cut up the body. There's a song and dance. He takes Peacemaker to's phone, which becomes important. And then he also takes time to yell at his neighbor, who never says hello to him, because they use his neighbor's trash burner to dispose of
Yeah.
the body, which is
Is
great.
it is it is it is it his neighbor's trash burner, or is it like a communal trash burner,
I
like in
love
the
it.
hallway of an apartment building?
Yeah, and then you got to use your card to zip in. Beep.
Yeah.
I love that. And there's a pool on the other side.
Yeah.
Communal trash burner. I just assumed it was his because it was like right there. But if I lived across from the communal trash bin, I don't know if I'd say hello to everybody. When I was throwing, I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Hmm."
Probably sees a lot of people.
Yeah, he gets to smell their burning garbage. um, we then get a scene of Peacemaker looking at pictures on the phone where he sees Hardcore 2 and Peacemaker 2 in a happy relationship. Um, Great performance here from John Cena, who doesn't say anything but is wordlessly sort of like breaking inside. I think he's really coming into his own here this season. I mean, he's great. It's crazy if you think about him and the other actor or wrestlers turned actor. Like Rock is arguably the most successful, but
Yeah.
while I enjoy The Rock, he's never done any acting like John Cena's doing.
Yeah.
Do you know
The
what I
Rock
mean?
is very much The Rock in every role
Yeah,
he's playing.
every single one. Yeah. Um, and while we've seen Batista act, I don't think I'm not sure that he's been challenged the way that John Cena is being challenged in some of the smaller
Yeah.
moments in this film. And Hulk Hogan never this good,
Yeah.
not even close.
Hulk Hogan was barely Hulk Hogan when he was Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. R.I.P. uh, we meet the strike team for the first time, and they have so this is the ladies' man has a whole team of soldiers that he gives nicknames to, and they're coming there so they can find out what's going on inside of uh, Peacemaker's apartment or house. They start off their meeting though having a conversation about bringing a gift to a party and
Yeah.
what's a housewarming gift versus just a party gift, and if you leave it at home, do you come back home? And if you don't come back home to get it, are you a terrible person? Like they have a good 2-minute conversation about this. Uh, and it was fun, but part of me was like, what's going on? So I would ask you, if you're going to a party at a house you've been to before, do you bring something?
I mean, I guess it depends on the type of party it is. Like, because I've definitely brought stuff to parties, to a house that I've already been to. Um, and mostly like food, um, and I'll ask if I'm coming over. Do you want me to bring anything?
Right.
Um, and even if they say you don't need to bring anything, I might make something. Like it's usually food.
Yeah. Like sort of a potluck style. Like I'll bring a dessert
Yeah,
or I'll bring a yeah.
yeah,
No, that totally makes sense. I feel like I don't do that frequently, but here's my excuse.
yeah.
I was always too young. Like I didn't know when I was in my 20s that this was appropriate. And I also was not invited to a ton of parties. So I didn't know that you want like it's the proper adult thing to do. And when I did know that, COVID hit. And like I have not been to a party since. So like so I just haven't I mean I don't know. Maybe I'll the next party I go to I'll bring like a whole cheese plate. My wife though is much better about it. She is always like bringing cupcakes and stuff. She's great. Um all right, we then hit the rooftop. Economists and Harcourt go up to the roof of her apartment building, and it's beautiful. It's like, I mean, what city are they in? They're West Coast, right? Um, I don't know what or what DC city they're in, uh, or if it matters. But it's beautiful. Total like they got the lights up and everything, and it turns out we're gonna have a party with the 11th Street Gang, which is great. It starts though with Adrian Vigilante crawls up the fire escape with a cooler, right? And he's got beers and he's passing the beers out and he throws one to Economist and Economist can't catch it. So he throws another one. He doesn't catch that either. And this got me thinking, like, have you ever thrown a bottle of beer to somebody? Like, I wouldn't even throw a can of beer to someone just because the carbonation and the spray, like, I wouldn't want that to build up. But a bottle of beer, I can't imagine throwing to somebody. Anyway, I would love it if we lived close to each other. I would say, let's go out to the park with a six pack bottle of beers, and see how far we can throw them to each other without breaking them. Do you remember doing like they would do that in like elementary school? They'd give everybody an egg, like the egg toss, basically, and you'd see how far you could get away. I can remember in sixth grade being so far away from someone and throwing the egg as hard as I could, and it still wasn't breaking. And I have no idea what's going on. It was not hard boiled, but like I just the way we were catching it. I don't know. There's an art to it. I'm not an egg catching artist, but I want to try that with bottles of beer. I think it'd be hilarious. Anyway, if we ever do that one day, let you know let you guys know how it goes. But more importantly, we then get the nickname sequence. Do you remember offhand any of them? I wrote them all down in case you did.
Nah, I don't.
All right, so the ladies' man gives out nicknames to his whole crew. Mexicali, super racist. Like, why are you doing that? Pony Boy, Titties. I don't know if it's with a T or a D. Either one's hilarious. And Encino Man. Pony Boy then complains about it, and he gets demoted to barely legal. And then after more complaining, gets demoted to Cupid Doll, which are I don't like any of those nicknames. Pony Boy, barely legal, or Cupid Doll, but they definitely are accurate downgrades. Every time he said one, I was
Yeah,
like, oh no, I don't
yeah.
like
That one's worse than the one before.
that. It's very funny as he's giving because he's not even like discussing it with them. He's just kind of like, you know, Mexicali, you go around the back.
Yeah,
First thought, best thought for him. He's just like, I'm gonna get this this nickname out. And I honestly can't wait to see him do it the rest of the season with everyone he meets. Like, bring it on. We then get the raid of the house. They all go in, and Eagly strikes.
yeah,
Vicious. We're watching it, and my wife was like, "Oh my god!" And you have to remember that he also kind of does this a little bit in the first season. There's a scene
yeah.
where they're running through the forest, and Eagly is viciously just like
Dive
cutting
bombing.
guys down. Yeah, really just destroying people. So this isn't out of nowhere, but this is very much a glorified action sequence where he is ripping people's eyes out and really doing it up, and it was a joy. I thought.
Yeah. So like in that scene from last season, Vigilante does make the comment, Eagly is hardcore.
Right? Yeah.
So I mean, we see that in the scene. And the other thing that comes up again is the bird blindness,
Of course,
because
yeah.
Eagly is attacking one of I don't know which team member it is, but Ladies Man has gun out and is trying to aim at Eagly. He's like, I don't know how big he is.
Yeah, he's like he's calling for backup, and he's like, I don't know how big this guy is. Um, and then later after the fight, he says something like, "This duck is huge," or like, "I got attacked by a duck," whatever it is. But excellent payoffs to the setup earlier. There were two things about this scene that really stood out to me. One, it kind of ends with Eagly dive bombing on Tim Meadows' character,
Yeah,
and after what happened at the end of episode one, season two, episode one, where Peacemaker 2 dies, I was not emotionally prepared for Tim Meadows' character to be a one and done, to like show up and
yeah,
die. I really thought that like they might do it, and I was not ready. And this very much felt like the end of the episode at this moment, because he dive bombs, it sort of cuts to black, and then it comes back up, and Eagly gets this awesome slow motion walk back into the house with like rap music playing. He's like, and I was like, all right, Eagly, I see you. So he gets very much his moment. But then that could have been the end of the episode. But we then cut back to the party where you get a couple of fun moments. Like these are huge character moments. This is at a bio talking to Economos about how important he is and them having a real moment. We get hardcore at Peacemaker having a real moment. Like it's like seasons from now, you could point back to this moment as a real at this like this episode as a core bonding. Like
yeah,
you could say like they did the work. These people love each other. These people trust each other. It's there. They're doing the work and they're having fun at the same time. I mean the filmmakers are. But then the tidy whitey thing. I don't know. Like I feel bad. I feel like Adrian is like the little brother of this group. Like
I think that's fair.
yeah, he's and I don't. He's happy to be the little brother, maybe, but
I mean, I think he's we know from season one that he is the little brother in his actual family. So I feel like he's kind of used to it at this point. He doesn't know any other world where like he's treated any differently than being a little brother. So
yeah,
he's
that's
like,
true.
yeah, I fit in this role, so I'm good.
Very funny stuff. Really solid scene, and the whole episode up to this point, of course, I was really enjoying. We then get Peacemaker. He goes back to his apartment drunk. Place is trashed because there was a eagle attacking grown
Yeah,
humans in there. And Peacemaker says something to the effect of, Eagly, what'd you do? Like, what's going on? What happened in here? He then goes into the chamber. It's important that he sends a text. Like he's looking back through the phone. He sends a text to Hardcore 2 through Peacemaker 2's phone, just saying, hey. He then goes through the quantum unfolding chamber. He stumbles his way over to Peacemaker 2's door, opens it up, goes through, and the two things in there before the episode ends is that we hear his racist father saying how worried he is about his missing son. And I
yeah,
assumed it was Peacemaker he was talking about because Peacemaker was
yeah,
missing. I saw something online though that said that he might have been talking about Keith, and I was like, nah, it can't be that. Like,
yeah. I mean, I think it's like it's more. I don't want to say obvious because I don't think that's the right word term. Or I think it, it's more likely that it is Peacemaker because we just saw earlier in this
yeah,
episode that Peacemaker 2, the son of this version of, and we don't know if he's the White Dragon.
right. I called him this racist dad, but he might not be. He might be a
Yeah.
loving,
Well, he's like his
loving
costume is
papa.
blue in this world,
That's true.
so I don't know. Is he the Blue Dragon? I don't know, but it's more likely that it is Peacemaker 2 that he's referring to because we just saw him dead in the opening of this episode and dismembered later on in that same episode.
Right. And burning garbage later.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah. I think so too. I think that totally makes the most sense. Um, so he hears that. but he then also sees the text come through, and as Hardcore replies to him, she replies back, "This is Hardcore 2." She replies back, "Hey," and then heartbreak emoji, which I don't know what kind of relationship they have, but like sending that to someone you just broke up with is a little weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
And,
don't know.
and
It depends on the relationship, but it.
yeah, I'm
Go ahead.
excited to see like I'm excited to see what their relationship was. So we like I think we probably assume certain things
Yeah.
like that maybe Peacemaker like messed up in some way and like that's how why the relationship ended, but maybe not. Like we don't know why this relationship ended.
Yeah.
Maybe he ended it like Peacemaker 2 ended it for a specific reason. We don't know. I'm sure we'll find out.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah. Hardcore 2 could be a real sweetheart. And that would be fun to see, but we'll find out all future stuff. But it's a great way to the end of the episode. I mean, they've been doing the work with these characters, so like, I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah.
Um, Go
So
ahead.
I guess uh one thing that I kind of noted as I was watching this episode as it ended really um in season 1 we rarely see Peacemaker out of his Peacemaker costume.
Yeah,
Like it's like there's shots of him like in his tidy whities. I'm trying to think if there's any other times where we see him out of the costume, but he's more in the costume than out of the costume in season 1. But in season 2, like he's mostly in plain clothes, which I like. Which there was something like as I was watching this episode, I was thinking to myself, there's something there's something different about like season 2. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. I think it's the costume. Like I'm so used to seeing John Cena in that costume, even even in his real life appearances where he's promoting Peacemaker, he's wearing the Peacemaker outfit.
bro is committed to that part of his contract.
Yeah,
He's like, let's do it. Let's promote this thing. It's true. I mean, one could argue that like he's becoming Chris,
yeah,
and he's more Chris and less Peacemaker. Whereas in the Suicide Squad, he was 1,000% Peacemaker. Like
yeah.
there was no Chris there. Um, but if we follow this trajectory into season 3, in season 1, he's wearing the outfit but no helmet most of the time. Like that's how we see Peacemaker most of the time. This episode, no helmet, no costume, just regular clothes. Season 3, no
No
clothes.
clothes,
Yeah, and then season 4,
no skin.
invisible. Oh, that's. Do you know the
Yeah,
Cena, the John Cena? Yeah, yeah. Okay.
yeah.
No skin, no skin, no nothing. Yeah, I don't know how that'll go. I don't know if HBO is ready for a full frontal uh John Cena assault uh for a full season, but we'll find out. Okay. Does anything jump out at you in this episode as the most comic book moment of the episode? Is there anything in here that very much felt like it could be from a comic book?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I would say like it's probably the Eagly attack, but like
That's
even that, I don't know that you would ever see something like that in a comic, like an extended version of that. Like, cause yeah,
100%. You could read uh, Captain America and the Falcon from the 80s, and there would still be no single bird attack. There would be a bird there, and he'd just be like,
yeah.
he's more of a scout than anything else. All right, how do you want to die? I have two options for you. Um, Attacked by an eagle, or dismembered and burned in a pocket dimension. But
Well, I
you're alive.
mean,
You're alive the whole time.
oh, I mean, it definitely the Eagle attack in that instance, because like if I'm still alive while being dismembered, that's probably
Yeah,
like
that's bad news.
worse.
I don't know. An eagle tag is just so scary, though. At least with the dismembering, like you know what's happening. The rest of an eagle attack, you don't know when it's coming or where it's coming from. And it,
Well, I I guess do I have bird blindness?
that's, I was about to
It
say
is
the same thing. You 100% do. So you don't know what's killing you either. You just know it's a bird, but you don't know what bird. And you think it might be a penguin. So you're confused that it's attacking from above.
uh, Yeah, I'm still going with the Eagle Attack.
Yeah, I think it's the right way to go. Dismembering's just unpleasant, especially if
Yeah.
you're awake for it. That's all we got for this week. Good episode though. What'd you think overall?
I mean, I like that they're going deeper into the characters now. And like, I think when we did our recap of season one and like kind of um started talking about what we hope for season two, like now that Peacemaker two or Peacemaker is in Peacemaker two's world, like I'm I'm eager to have them explore Peacemaker two's life through Peacemaker's eyes. Um, but yeah, what'd you think?
No, I think that you're exactly right. Like what they're building up to with Peacemaker living Peacemaker 2's life is sort of a promise from the first episode that I can't wait for. It's going to be so interesting. Um, and I hope they have fun with it and surprise me. I hope they do something completely unexpected, uh,
Yeah,
which I think they will. So I'm excited.
yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone out there, is bird blindness a real thing? Do you have bird blindness? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, give us a little like. And if you're not already subscribed, feel free to subscribe, and we will catch you all in the next one.